Aloha and welcome to Badass Women of the Bible. This is number 4, the story of Shiphrah and Puah. These two friends lied and were honored by God. I'm Pam Vincent from the Modern Woman's Life magazine, and we believe that every woman has a warrior within. Our hope is to equip everyone to find the strength to be all that they are intended to be. Be sure to sign up for our weekly newsletter to get these strategies in your mail. And warrior women aren't always perfect, but are always engaged in the battle. And we'd love to hear from you how we can change, make things better, or how we can continue to do these stories just for you. Let's get started. Today's story is from Exodus chapter 1, verse 15 through 20. The Pharaoh had ordered all the Hebrew midwives to kill all the Hebrew boys the moment that they were born. Can you imagine getting that kind of order from somebody that was in high power authority over you? So both these women, Shiphrah and Puah, feared God much more than they feared the king. They were pretty courageous, and they actually refused to kill the babies. They warned the women to hide their babies and return to the king when he summoned them. Now, when the king demanded why the babies weren't killed, the women lied and said, the Hebrew women aren't like the Egyptian women. They have their babies before we can get there. He wasn't happy, but what could he do? And in fact, God blessed the women of Israel, and the entire nation became strong and vibrant. I was excited to find out that Shiphrah and Puah's names mean brightness, or to glisten, to glitter, or brilliance. Their names reflect light, an intense brightness of light. What a wonderful way to be memorialized. I was trying to think about myself that my name doesn't reflect brightness or glitter, but I sure hope that I'll be memorialized in being in service for the Lord. So we can learn a lot from these women. Let's ask ourselves a couple of questions. Everyone reflects something. What are you reflecting? Are you called to stand in the gap for someone? What or who is that? And are you standing in that gap? Are you fulfilling your purpose? If so, what can you do better to grow a nation? And if not, ask yourself what keeps you in a defensive posture rather than an offensive mover. What are you waiting for? Once you can answer that question, maybe you can begin to pull it apart and move forward. So in summary, let's think about this. We can learn a lot from these women by recognizing what it was that they did. Do we recognize the highest authority we must answer to? When should our truths be colored or bent? I'm not one that generally appreciates lies or wants to be involved in a lie, but this is a situation where we see that God honored that. Developing our courage is vital to saving others. We all have a crowd of witnesses that are watching us, watching what we're doing. Who's your crowd of witnesses? And is your courage demonstrated in such a way that the people that are in your circle of influence can be inspired by that? Confidence comes from knowing the true truth. A lot of people say, I don't know, I'm not that confident, I don't know how to be that courageous or that brave. It comes from knowing so well inside yourself what the truth is, what's right, the difference between right and wrong, and then choosing to do right regardless of the consequences, just like the women that we heard about. I'm excited about the series of badass women that we can find in the Bible. Come check us out at the Modern Woman's Life magazine. It's tmwlife.com, and come find out the other badass women there. If you haven't seen the others on the YouTube videos, come find them all on the magazine. And until next time, aloha!